We need to try to come up with more solutions instead of problems.
The problem he's talking about, a student accused of spraying mace in a North County high school, sending dozens of students to the nurse and one to the hospital. New at 10, our Kimberly Donahue joins us. And Kim, you spoke to parents concerned not enough is being done to keep their children safe.
Well, Morgan, a terrifying situation for students in the halls of Hazelwood West High School this morning. Everyone who came into contact with the spray has been treated, but parents we spoke to say this incident raises concern about security and communication.
How did this kid get in with bear mace?
That's the lingering question on Robert Wisdom's mind after the Hazelwood School District says a male student at Hazelwood West High School sprayed mace in a hallway during a passing period Monday morning. Wisdom's son is a junior at the school.
Up in the front, they have a metal detector, and it's supposed to detect any kind of metal, and he's got a canister of bear mace. You know, that tells me that they're not doing their searches correctly.
Hazelwood police say after spraying the chemical, the student left the school and was later taken into custody with parental help. The Hazelwood School District says the nurse saw about 30 students. One was taken to the hospital. Parents First Alert Force spoke to say they're frustrated they learned about the incident from a Hazelwood Police Department social media post, not from the school district until after school ended for the day.
Just be upfront with us and let us know what's going on instead of like leaving us in the dark.
That bear mace could have been a gun, you know, and if they don't take the bear mace really serious to telling parents at an adequate time, they didn't tell us until about 3:30. By then, school's already closed, everybody's leaving. So I felt that that was a very bad thing to do towards us.
The school district said in part in a statement, safety is always a major priority of the district. We take seriously all incidents that compromise the safety and well-being of students and staff. Robert Wisdom believes the school district isn't doing a good job of protecting students and wants the district to do better.
They're supposed to be watching our kids, and their health and everything else is there, just not their education.
Hazelwood School District says an outside company came to help dissipate the spray. Classes in the affected area were relocated. The incident remains under investigation, and anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Hazelwood Police Department. In the studio, Kimberly Donahue for Alert 4.
Kim, thank you.